Okay. Hello, my Mgtow. This is the Mgtow Cowboy again, coming at you. I wanted to give a video about my thoughts concerning a Mgtow subject, and I would call this talk, or this video, men have been lied to. So I think that men have been lied to on a grand scale. I think that starting at a young age, I mean, really, you can make the argument that the second, a baby boy is born, he comes out, they say the hand that rocks a cradle rules the world. I think from a very, very young age, I would definitely say kind of even starting the first year, boys are conditioned to behave a certain way, and then this continues, and then it intensifies as the boy gets older. I remember I went to a Catholic school, and we were taught, boys on one side, girls on the other, get in line, and girls first, and you never hit a girl. You never hit a girl. That's wrong. That's bad. And then of course it just continues on, from grammar school to high school. And then onwards. So many social norms that are put in place, so many rules, essentially, societal rules that are imposed upon men, giving women the upper hand in social circumstances, in social transactions. And then therefore, or ergo, giving the man the disadvantage. I'm not saying we should go around hitting women, but it is interesting, the idea that, women are taught from a very young age that under no circumstance should a man hit you. How do you think that affects a woman's psyche, or I should say a woman's ego, or for that matter, let's say her superego, that she knows that no matter what happens, no one is going to hit her. She's going to become emboldened to lie, or to even strike or hit another person, hit another man. I've seen many times, it's happened to me, where a woman hits me and she doesn't think I'll hit her back. It goes deeper than this. I think that men are lied to, and the whole thing really is to format society so that men make up for, men essentially make up to women for the man's, dare I say it, the man's superiority. I'm not saying I'm a misogynist. I don't hate women. It's not about hate. I would say I'm something more of a chauvinist. I think that there are definite fields or areas where men are just better. They're just better. They're bigger, right? They're stronger. They've got 2 or 3 times more upper body strength. They have more tensile strength in their muscles. Their skin is thicker. It has more collagen in it. I think we have 10 or 15%. On average, the average man has 10 to 15% larger brain The average man has a 10 or 15% larger brain than the average female. Obviously, there's a direct correlation between brain size and IQ. The average IQ of the average man is 4 to 5 points higher than the average woman. But they use these old studies saying like, oh yeah, you know, if you men and women, they have the same IQ. That's not true. That it is true up till about 10 or 11. After about 12 or 13 years of age, men or young boys start to produce testosterone, and then they start to perform better in all areas, including scholastically. You can look at studies, for example, gauging, like in math, men or young boys, they start to outpace girls in math, right at about 12 or 13. So, you know, I think there's like this big con job going on, and it's societal wide, where from a very young age, young boys are taught that there are special rules that apply to them that ought not be applied to girls. They're taught that obviously you are never to use your physicality against a woman. But then when women do that to men, it's sort of, you know, people look the other way. And it just creates this society where, you know, men are just increasingly at a disadvantage. And I think that that's what's been going on for the last 2 or 3 generations. And now it's gotten to the point where basically women are beating men. Women are outpacing men at everything. They're the majority of university students. They're the majority of medical students, you know, the people who become doctors. They're the majority of law students, right? The people who become lawyers and attorneys. I think they make up 3 out of every 4 PhD candidates. So the point I'm trying to make in this video is that we men have been lied to so bad that our natural ability has been not snuffed out. It's still there, but it's so suppressed that it's almost like men are running around with like Stockholm syndrome. It's like Stockholm syndrome. It's like Stockholm syndrome writ large. All the men, by the time they're, even by their late teens, they're taught to walk on eggshells. They're literally scared of girls because they know that they're not allowed to compete with girls on an even playing field. Sorry, I'm a couple beers in, but at this point. So, you know, I went Mgtow because I realized that essentially I can't win. I can't win. You cannot win. You can't win arguing with women, but you can walk away. And if you walk away, then you win because you can't lose. It's like, I liken it to going to, or for that matter, not going to a casino. Hey, you go to a casino, you know, there, statistically, the more time you spend in a casino, the more money you're going to lose. Whatever you're playing craps, you're playing blackjack. My favorite is blackjack. You know, the slots, whatever you're playing, the more time you spend in a casino, typically, the more money you end up spending. And a casino has a lot of overhead cost, or they have a lot of costs. You know, think of all the electricity. Think of all the lights in a casino. Not hundreds. There's probably thousands of lights lighting up the casino. Think of the dozens of people on the employees on a casino floor. You might have 10 security guys, a police officer stationed there, you know, any number of you know, dealers, all these employees. It's their it's in the vested interest of the casino to keep you in that casino as long as possible. What would happen if all the people in the casino got up and left? Well, then the casino wouldn't be making any money. But the casino still has to operate. They still got to pay for all those lights. They still got to pay for all the labor. You know, now they're losing tons of money. So I've embraced the idea. Part of the reason why I've embraced the idea of Mgtow is because through the action of inaction, you can win. And then lastly, I'd like to bring up the example of what's his name? Not Siddhartha Gautama, of what's his name? The leader of India who brought India to its independence. I'm sorry, his name is escaping me right now at this moment. Let me take another drink of beer. That'll help. Yeah, Gandhi. Yeah, Gandhi. Gandhi helped India achieve its independence. Gandhi did not promote a policy of violence or guerrilla warfare or rioting, burning stuff, burning government buildings, bombing, nothing like that. Rather, he promoted what you might call passive resistance. He said, you know, it's better if